Next, it is my honor to name the state of Florida, all the way from Florida, St. Augustine, Beat Poet Laureate, Chris Bodor.
For my 15 minutes, I'm just going to hug Deb. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone here. Thank you, Deb. Thank you for all the people who lifted me up. Everyone here and even on YouTube, I'm inviting you to St. Augustine, Florida for National Poetry Month in April. Get a hotel room, find the open mic list, and jump on my mic. It's going to be April 12th and April 13th next year. It's the St. Augustine Poetry Festival, and it's going to be the 3rd annual. So I come to you from St. Augustine. I'm first generation American. My dad fled during the Hungarian Revolution in 1956. Can you imagine, 20 years old, and Russian tanks are coming into Budapest, and he is invited to walk over the border with 100,000 other people who didn't want to be communist anymore. So I come to you like a stranger in a strange land. You know, I'm born in Connecticut, but with a Hungarian father and a British mom. I see this place differently, and I see it with different eyes. Poem in my pocket, sonnet in my sock, hymn in my heart, song in my soul. Poem in my pocket, do not read between the lines. Lay down your weapons and open up your minds. Poetic words are flowers, and those vulgar words, they're weeds. Pull a poem from your pocket, give the earth what it needs. Plant some poem seeds. So, Jack Kerouac spent the last 11 years of his life in Florida. He lived in College Park. He was in College Park when he got the word that On the Road was a bestseller. And he was writing Dharma Bums at the same time. 11 years later, in St. Pete, he bled out in the hospital in alcoholic death. So it can be said that Kerouac came to Florida to die. An Orlando reporter believes otherwise. Kerouac came to live alive in the Sunshine State, far away from his Massachusetts home, away from his mother's side, a masterful manuscript maker, content to be his mother's caretaker, king of the beat generation. He took a detour and moved to Florida in bathtubs full of ice water in a small 2-room College Park cottage with his mother in the other room. He wrote the Dharma Bums, and then he died 12 years later, hemorrhaging in a St. Petersburg hospital. A shot of Jack across the armadillo sky, on the roadkill, alive in the aroma of orange blossoms, in the sound of pounding typewriter keys, in the humidity of last call humiliation, returning each night to the drawing board of a writer's roll-top desk. Half-staffed forever. With my body here in Florida, short sleeves and pants cut off, with my mind here in Connecticut, I feel distance between my mind in Connecticut and my body in Florida. I yearn to be able to make snow angels in mother's front yard. Meanwhile, teenage rage explodes, making real angels out of innocent children in the schoolyard of Sandy Hook. Granted, I had my share of scrapes at school, a broken collarbone, blows to the head, but my parents never got a phone call to say that their son had been shot dead. Innocence was snuffed out like a bedside candle, making no sense. And each heartache we ask, how do you expect us to handle this? The president has a solution. We gotta fly this flag at half-staff until Tuesday. President, why don't you just flow it half-staff always, forever? It seems that I, as a maintenance worker in Florida, have been lowering the flag every month or so, for a day or two, half-staff forever, in the memory of my Connecticut memories of snow angels, in memory of the 26 Sandy Hook angels, in memory of the death of my Connecticut hometown innocence. So one day I looked in the mirror and I wrote a poem about what I saw in the mirror. Black, from your beret deep down to your boots. Well, 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 you are very well read, so wise. Buddy, you embody everything that I despise. You got a big fucking head, and you got big words. Your goatee that you wear on your big chin, you also wear a shit-eating grin, a microphone and a manuscript, a photo opportunity. Tonight is the big show. Your black beret, your black poet costume, it's carefully ironed. But the irony lies in the fact that your words are synthetic like polyester. I guess it was that beret that gave you away. You say you're a poet, so prove it. Your spoken words are lying lifeless on this cafe floor. How many more minutes must this blessed audience endure? They wanted heartache. Emperor of the microphone, you gave them a headache. Invite the crowd to feel what you feel. Let the audience see your insides. Focus on the feelings that lie deep underneath the black. Forget about the falsehoods and the clothes upon your back. My wife is like, watch your time, watch your time. I miss David Bowie in this brand new year of a brand new world where leaders are elected with rock, paper, scissors, sticks. Playground bullies stoke the flames of new politics. I still believe that peace can be the grease that can lubricate the wheel. Downsizing is my resolution, another discarded belonging. I keep on longing to reclaim the magic, learn from lessons tragic, revive the times when this poet felt most alive. Scary monsters of this new day, David did not pass away. The Starman just went home. But where am I? Puzzle piece, pandemic poet, where do I fit in this place without plans? You know what happens when a poet goes to the dentist? All this drama. I mean, it's just the dentist. But when this poem came out, I knew that I was a little bit different. I hope that my dentist understands that I do not enjoy torture. I do not enjoy pain. I just go along with the game because I know all about aggravation when I am there chained to the dentist chair, saying I'm okay and acting all cocksure and cool. It doesn't mean that I'm getting off on the pain or that I enjoy the pain. I just deal with the pain, and when I sit there in the chair deep down, I still feel the pain. Every day I suppress my pain, so feel free to drill away, dear dentist, chip away at my decay, because pain is a familiar friend. I have a poem about what happens when a poet goes to get a colonoscopy, but I'm going to skip that one. So I'm going to wrap things up. I'll do a little tribute to my dad. This is from the Poems for Otto series, and you know, I got a bunch of poems for Otto. So this is about the empty chair. My father goes through great pain watching news broadcasts about the war in Ukraine while sitting in his overstuffed armchair in his Florida living room, because each news story about the Ukraine situation is a flashback to 1956. One of my father's brothers was a pig farmer in Kishvada, and the other was a poet in Budapest. And the poet from Budapest wrote words that would make my father cry. It was like this really endearing poem about a chair at the kitchen table, and the chair was made empty at the dining room table because little Otto was not there. My father had 4 brothers and 2 sisters. He was the youngest, and he was the only one in his family who said goodbye to Hungary in October of '56. My father, he gets like these tears in his eyes, and his proud voice becomes scratchy when he tells every single person, friends and strangers, about the story of the Hungarian Revolution and how he was like 20 years old and he had to leave in the middle of the night without saying goodbye to his family, and he disappeared over the border to freedom in Austria, moving past these like intimidating searchlights and barbed wire fences. I walk around the kitchen at night, past the table and each chair. I sleep naked, I walk naked, I'm haunted by the ghosts of my father's past. Thank you.